Komodi eka ho ebi this way chocolate drink do here no so share special ice mineral water special drinks so ma daroma ene yesin kunwa ye de nsem no eba de dima kutene bi ne se mampani John Dramani Mahama de atudwa se ye nwan Muslims a abeko Mecca fi no enipa woko no ya form awie
Doctor Yaw say edutrum edi abeto man Ghana ene MPP amanuku anim say se woboa mani timinya eye frankatufo ne omampani di bra or the national career policy ebeba
Samson yebeko NDC amanuku no emu enchemba koto aba ayi party ne mpanifo a obedi ku nanim emfie nan a ewo yenim no na ne ho hyehye wada na di
opanyi baako a wakwadare ewo nkitahudi nsemu edi abeto dwa ese MPP amanuku no bebre na etai ken Japan echi
ena ebesi nkonwa edi enkomo na nkomo be ne enemo edi nyame ya doma kina ne twa entemo memene da ebe na MPP koto aba aji de obegina apre president amom 2028 abato kese ye be koso no enne ye be post ahodo a eba prophecies ahodo a etodwa dia likely say obedin kunim ewmu esi abato obedu say ya vote buy ni ade ni nyina no ye ba bedi eho enkomo akenkanfo ye me David ofori safo meniminu ba
mame ya amponsa obaku
available era ensem no emo Ghana Mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede atudwa say yenwan Muslims a ebeko Mecca fi no nipa womo eko no ya form awie na nipa be se 5960 na afi Mecca kwantu no womo eko na Mampani ya atudwa say womo a ache omo abetwo mu din ni de next year na yediom ebeko na okire say afi Hajj bon kra no ya sante so abandwe Ghana fo hunti no woje 60,000 Ghana cedis pe na Mampani John Dramani Mahama ade nsem we nyina to dwa ene ewo akweteman bra Central Mosque ewo akweteman wasi no foforo no okodi animu ma woda na di.
This year we're giving a quota of 5,960 and we reduced the price to 60,000. My last meeting with the Hajj committee is that we have filled the quota. We don't want the usual practice where people delay, wait at the last minute, and they want us to open it again so that they will come and pay. It normally creates a problem for us because that's what leads to delays. That's what leads to some people being left behind. And so I'll ask you to understand the Hajj committee. They say they've reached the quota. And so those who were late, you just have to wait till next year. It's God who decides when you go to Mecca. And so if you don't go this year, next year you have the opportunity. But I want all of us to cooperate with the Hajj committee so that we have a very peaceful Hajj this year. They've already done some work. They've gotten good accommodation, which is closer to the Kaaba. They've got accommodation in Medina and everything. They are arranging the transport and all that. And I'm sure that this year we're going to have a very good exercise. The transit terminal is still being built. The airport transit terminal, Ghana Airport Company is building. And it will be available to us to use anytime we are conducting the Hajj. Unfortunately, it's not completed. And so this year we'll not be able to use it, but I'm sure that from 2027, those going to the Hajj will have a very comfortable transit terminal to go through. I want to thank all those who cooperated, my sister, the MP for the area, Obana. While the mosque was being constructed, she used to come regularly to come and see how the mosque was going, and all the other people who contributed to finish this beautiful mosque. We thank them. We hope that it will continue to be a symbol of the peaceful coexistence that exists between the religions in our country. Today, as we are commissioning the mosque, our brother Osofo is here with us. You can't find this. In other African countries, you will find something like this. But Ghana is unique. We all worship together. We are all together, Muslims, Christians, African traditional religions. And I pray that God will continue to bless us to continue this peaceful coexistence.
Dr. Yao Osei Educhum campaign for Wojina ama MPP amanuku ato won so ba ape franketu for di bre ewo nyameboa memenda abato ebekoso ni mu na saa adwumadi ase e na wa kire se so my Ghana eto ma ne mane benya omampanyi di bre a o dwumadi bia wato ne din se National Career Policy a wode beboa ama Ghana man sikasem atumpon na wo kire mu SS ye hwa amayama ye twa ye ho ahia se Ethiopia Rwanda wo mu nyina ewo saa adwumadi ya eboa ema mabunu enya dwumadie ema omusikasem etumpon enti wo se Ghana man hye na wontoma no na se ni suade hunu wo manimrem
National Career ade a Dr. Duchum say nyame emma makonya na delegates moto abema me na omamu ni nyina nso eso me mu a ebenya National Career ebenya airline Rwanda for eyebi Ethiopia Airlines adwuma mu ye nyasem ketwa enkrofo anya adwuma ewo Ethiopian Airline woma air repair airplanes they say Ethiopian Airline ho ne tete pilots omamu ni nyina nya National Career no ho mfaso baby a mani so ade ho se ye de beba na delegate oba anya dwuma omamu ni nyina enipa dodo nso anya dwuma na omo ho ato omo eba mfidi dwuma eho adwuma enhye a ewo esimani so a ye de be adwuma no bebre ene sen sabre ye hu se wokọ amanfoforo so ade a omo hwe ne se adwuma ben ne ebe hyehyɛ ebetimi aye niema ye to yen ye kokrefra bruchire ewa ha ebesi saade no anan ene efra ni import substitution ansa no aye export driven niema ben so ne ebe ya ne de kwakoto na bruchire na di sika kesi aba se enhihye mu no sika se enhihye mu no se ekoba se niema a wode kwa bruchire koton no enya de awo no wode afafidie mu ama be ade foforo na eye de wuti free dua no so ana hatae na ase kokue na de kwa sika na ede ma onusua enti ekwan bia so no esese ye companies na say industries a ema eniema na ya eniema ye wa hase no ye di bibi ka ho ye esesemu na be ya ade foforo ebe ya de etimi die ebe ya de etimi dware ebe ya de etimi ye ade foforo ansa na akodura brochire minu anu a mokoto aba memenda edura ansa moda roma mendiso ade hu a me pesa me de boa party no na party no fa no ntuma pefra no de di nka de nka momu kese beba enka momu aso american enu nti na me nto amebo nyina sebe manka obi hu asemboni bia minu sebre bi bedura ye behie nipa no enam sa akonya no so oto aba ma Dr. Duchuma minu obi a enipa nyina begi twi na wo de machi fisa banka obi a no openasem eho bone enti banka obi hu asem bone enti no mini obi a enipa ebenya pe papa na omo abegina machi
Free MPP na yedemoko NDC asweye womna etia banwa kese no so ewo man Ghana mu na party nimpanifo de enhia hodo egu apono so a o chese afi oba beto aba impanifo bi di party no anim constituency polling stations de aba region de keka ho emfie nan a ewo yenim no na ne kasa twotwofo pani de ma party no onwonyamfo fiavi kweti eno kasa ya de tudwa kire se obi bia pese onya di bre ana odi di bre ewo NDC mu no sabri se ukita position bi wa ban mu a ewo se ode to ho no busumi nsia ansa na bato bre no adu nyesa untimi enyina empre di bre bia ewo NDC amanyuko no mu.
The third activity has to do with what you call the register authentication. That's to make sure that the register across all of the branches properly, what you call gone through, examined to be sure we can say it is authentic. Now, so that third activity would happen between the period 2nd to 30th of April. 2nd to 30th of April. The responsibility will be that of the Constituency Executives Committee. That's our executive at the constituency level. their job is to ensure that the registers are authenticating. The supervision of that activity will be done by the national, regional, and the constituency executive committee. So that's to ensure. So you can see in all this, you can see supervision is happening right from the very national level, because this is critical. You get this wrong, every other thing goes wrong. So national is keeping a very close eye on it. The regional executive the same, working with the constituency executive committee to ensure that all these processes are being properly supervised.
Opanyi baako a wakwadare ewo nkitahudie nsem so eye Dr. Roxin Adubuahin wode abeto dwa akyeremu se si ye Yewura Kennedy ohene e Japan said ye na ho hyeso tumi ene odo a wo ma MPP amanyekuo ne tie na wono de wosusu enimpa se MPP manyina wopese wotoma no ema ne timidi oman Ghana so
se obitimi tam ono ankasa ni sika $6 billion so de kosi cardiothoracic center ama oman Ghana. Training doctors. You know, I repair the friend is a cancer unit machine. I work from Fanochi when they were trumpet too. Now, Obika said, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Now, the economic fundamentals are stronger for the NDC, so it will expose us. The new that I know. Until the Munia said, and you move for now or no. Ekoji the mantle on my brain or no bar the narrative na SNDC for the bar ebeboa omono ebesesa ye baba beka adwuma ye ho asem ye baba beka kwan ben so na obi ye disciplined, honest and dedicated towards Mother Ghana. Kwame Akompre kwa Japan adam ni timu fine ene kwan osusu ye nya yanka Ghana kwa koduru no enu ti ne ye drum bi a ono ane party po wa ban mu a obo se na or try say obema aban no agina ne nam so yie enti na o catch o mo say eno ma mu yie party for na ekoma amo no mo hwe say
Yaremo ko team Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so asweye George Kwatin Abrantia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign team no oka ho obi. Now there are two NPP delegates and him say, memene da, mamun se samon sano. Say 2023, motoma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no, o srese, afi so mon kai no, na mon to abama no. O manfatu ho se, mo hwe NDC a, ebra mampani John Dramani Mahama, elusu 2016 abato no. NDC fu anyina anto antwene o 2020, omo ta na chide ne bai. 2024 omsata na chide ne ba ene onna mampani nti obesere said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia monto abama no na onna betimi agetumi ama NPP
de bia me kase NPP adehie omonye mistake daw in selecting their leader. NPP delegates anase adehie omonye mistake da anytime we are omoyi kandinia or fata amanukuno ema amanukuno inya enkabo wohwe MPP a ekwan a MPP faso eba abem since yeti amanuku 1992 eba party ni bia ni se ansa na MPP bedin kuma ba abem agi se ye candidate na ye de na compremium ana empremiensa sa na tie ewo MPP enunti one more to aba no omunyim dada na Dr. Bawumia so no omunyim no dada inti bibia no wa omoka enye no na reflect e wo fo se wo ko fom ho no ma kasa no nya sa kwa emu asem a fomfo no eka nyina ye efutu o mede ma no se papa na ye wa abem no ene ma ba ko mielu bi koya ye fi se amwa inti no nyame ya adom oba ye mfa kwa foforo so na ye nye siesie na bibia enye kama ho ena fomfo ne ka province ko odi ku ene bae the first school away in one succeed obi an succeed bisu no say obi an succeed the first attempt here and not just we incompetent enye no correct wo share the president of Tia Kumyaso na akọ election do 4 times 2012 2016 even 2016 no Tia Kumyaso but osifo na the town so you nanso Ghana for to abama ne C4 na o C4 NDC for enjoy man to o mu si ne so sense so ene ono no ye president ne mesre party for nyina ne se yenkamo enye sabri na yekohyehe obi aroba yekohye obi afuo anase dabi yenyina yenkamo fefefe na yento aba ne kese ema Dr. Baumia ye be recount so
Director General Edema Ghana Health Service Professor Samuel Kaba Akuriya wodi atudra SSSA jehwese de typhoid eti se ewo man yi mu a asefempa enti sesei hyehyaya wo mode agu akwan mu ne se obi biara oton aduane ene wa wo san ton ade ewo kwan ho no wodi hyehyaya ba se wo bewo typhoid vaccination a trese wo bewo mu nyina pane ama na boa ama sa ya reyi ano abrase ewo man yi mu.
Food handlers occupy a critical position within this public health landscape. From street food vendors and market operators to restaurants, hotels, catering services, food handlers provide essential services that support daily life and economic activity. However, by the nature of their work, they may be exposed to contamination and if infected, can inadvertently contribute to the transmission of typhoid fever. While existing regulations require periodic medical screening and certification, which I'm happy we will be giving certificates for that, these measures alone are not insufficient. Medical screening reflects an individual's health status only at the particular moment in the time and does not protect against future infections. It is therefore necessary to complement these regulatory measures with more robust preventive interventions. It is in this context that the Ghana Health Service, under the leadership of the Ministry of Health, recommends the typhoid fever vaccination program for food handlers.
The street food vendor permit really points at the points where they cook. So every vendor you see out there is cooking from somewhere and is transporting the product to wherever you see them. The issue is that would you be happy to see the places where they cook? Would you have that confidence to buy from them the way you just go and you buy? And I love how I see one of my sister's faces changing right now when I said where they cook. Because it is done somewhere and then it is brought. And then the person may have a medical certificate, but are all the practices that they are doing at that particular point, whether it is Hausa Koko, whether it is Kose, whatever they can fry there, the egg, chibum, whatever they are doing over there, the gobe, does it conform to safe food practices?
Typhoid no, Vance a common Ghana, across the country in a case of typhoid. Of course, one man now, maybe I say any pipe was no to grow because people. And the idea is, and now, we do a Jano. So I had about almost what a quite change. Fasten Obia on the Jano. As a service, I said in the year, you better target it or be or do Jano Ejumabia. Now, you say about two faces. One face here, more hotels, restaurants, any other place like be at Nestle or show. That's the first phase because I don't know, you're more of like an organized group that you can easily get. And then you learn lessons from it. If you are near the normal place, maybe a job, and then I say for street food. In the lessons we remember say, Nigeria for be shy, you're right up no. Now they're implementing it. It's yes time need to say so you be
also for her amanone some so no nyam for Samuel Oku Jeto a Blackpa or Chese ohwe West Africa say to trafo amu etu amampanifo eguomo edi bone no enam so da bia no nipa be se duanan enan na hwere mo nkwa West Africa.
Challenges we face are not confined to a single nation. Extremism in the Sahel, piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, trafficking across porous borders, and the silent erosion of resilience in our communities are threats that transcend national borders. They remind us that no state can stand alone. Our strength lies in unity, in pooling our wisdom, and in the courage to act together. It is totally unacceptable that we do not have an agreed regional vehicle to address this trans-border challenge. And that is why we have convened this meeting as leaders determined to find a lasting solution to this threat. We meet at a time when the sub-region faces deep structural pressures: violent extremism, terrorism, instability, climate stress, food insecurity, and youth unemployment converge, creating vulnerabilities that extremists and criminal groups exploit. Intelligence, therefore, cannot be confined to kinetic threats alone. It must encompass the broader picture: the economic corridors that sustain trade, the border communities whose livelihoods depend on cross-border movement, and the social fabric that binds our societies. Our deliberations today must be multidimensional. They must integrate economic realities, social pressures, and governance weaknesses into the threat we face. They must anticipate not only the movement of armed groups, but also the silent erosion of resilience in communities where opportunities are scarce. Intelligence becomes not only a security tool.